welcome back to my channel. If you all are doing well, today is going to be a makeup video. Finally, it's been a couple of months since I've honestly uploaded a makeup video, but I'm super duper excited. Today we're going to be using a new product, and it's going to be from the Morphe 2 line. So this is the Morphe 2 Quad Goals palette. This is an Hibiscus twist, and it comes with 2 powder products and it comes with 2 cream products. I'm going to be showing you how I make these work as somebody who has tan skin, because sometimes these types of products aren't really forgiving for us. But nonetheless, let's go straight into the makeup tutorial. For primer, I'll be using the L'Oreal Glow Lotion and the Good Molecules Priming Moisturizer. I don't know if some of you guys know or not, but I did release my brand about a month and a half ago. And I do sell these cute little butterfly mirrors on there if you guys would like. I have black and this mint green shade. It's so cute. I'll be using a pore filling primer just in my T-zone, and this is the AOA Studio pore filler primer, I believe. Yeah, I believe that's what it's called. So y'all know I love a good mixeroo session. So for foundation, I'll be mixing the Maybelline Skin Tint and also the L'Oreal True Match. So first things first, I want to start off by saying that my foundation was flawless this day. It looked so good. I was super duper impressed. Absolutely loved it. It actually lasted all freaking day. So this combination together, as long as you find the right shades, perfection. And it wouldn't even be too heavy because both formulas are very thin, lightweight formulas. Now something different as well is I'm using a sponge. First of all, I used to use a sponge years ago and I loved it, and then I started using brushes again and I loved my brushes. I just still to this day love my brushes, but since for today I was going for that more natural kind of clean girl aesthetic, if you will. And I was like, you know what, I haven't used a sponge in forever, let me just try it today since I don't want coverage pretty much anywhere. And am I back in love with sponges? This is insane. I can never choose. Both brushes and sponges look just so amazing. I guess it just depends now. I really need to think about what the tools that I'm actually using and not just looking to grab what's most convenient sometimes. But yeah, it was so gorgeous. I will say that I do still love a brush for underneath my eyes. The sponge was good for underneath the eyes, but I love a brush. But yeah, so for concealer, I'll be using the L'Oreal True Match concealer. Also I wanted to mention, I've been outside since July 4th. So I've literally gotten a lot darker. I've gotten a lot darker, a lot more tan, a lot more orange, and all that good stuff. But I completely underestimated my foundation shade. I thought it was going to be perfect adding in that Maybelline Skin Tint with the L'Oreal True Match, but turns out the L'Oreal True Match is still a tad bit too light. That is literally my winter shade, so I thought it was going to be so much of a difference, but I probably have gotten twice my darkness, I guess. But yeah, so now we're going to be blending out the concealer with the sponge, and I've already showed you guys my powder. So I show you guys my powder because as soon as I blend out my concealer, I'm going to be setting my face with my powder immediately. I'm not going to be stopping showing you guys my powder and yada yada yada. Like, no, you need to make sure that you set your face almost immediately after you're done blending out your under eye concealer, at least for your under eyes. That is like my #1 rule for the under eyes. The rest of your face concealer can wait a little bit, you know, you can do what you want to do, but for underneath the eyes, immediately set them afterwards so that it doesn't crease as much. I will not say that it's not going to crease on you at all, because that's just inevitable. We have lines underneath our eyes. We need to stop portraying or not portraying, because there's some people who don't have lines under their eyes, but for a good 80% of us, we do. So we are going to crease. There's nothing that's truly gonna stop it unless you find the most waterproof of waterproof makeup, and at that point I don't even know if it's healthy, you know. So it's like, it's whatever. But yeah, you're just gonna set, well, I'm just gonna set my face. I'm gonna be like semi baking, but not really at all. Like, I'm pretty much pressing this powder into my skin as best as possible, and then later on I will go in with a dry powder brush and go ahead and dust any excess all over my skin off. For brows, I'm actually gonna be taking it a little bit of a throwback to my old school brow routine. Let me know if you guys want an in-depth brow routine, because I pretty much have many. But for the base of my brows, I'll be going in and shaping them with the NYX micro brow pencil, and I'm gonna be outlining my brows with this, giving my brows this shape with this, and all that good stuff. And then I'll be going in with the Essence Baby Got Brow pin. Well, it's not a pin, it's a pencil, but it's like very thick. It reminds me of the Anastasia, I want to say Brow Wiz. That's the one that looks like more like a triangle, or is that the skinny one? Oh, I don't know. I don't know, but the Essence one is more chubbier, it's more fat, it's not a fine tip point at all. But I use this to create my shape, and I use the Essence one to fill in the shape. Now, this brow routine is very, very affordable. I used to use this brow routine back in the day. I still love it to this day for certain occasions, but I've actually been loving a brow pin lately, so I'll definitely have to show you guys that routine as well. But if you guys want a full in-depth routine on brows, just like normal type of brows, maybe some powder brows, I literally love brows so much. It really frames your whole face. It's so important. But yeah, let me know. And for my brow gel, I'll be using the LA Girl Brow Perfector. Absolutely love this brow gel. If you guys have not tried this brow gel, I 10 out of 10 recommend. I'd actually give this like a good solid 8. I feel like there's something that may be better out there, but honestly, you guys, I would be totally content with this for the rest of my life. It does have very nice hold, but what I do love about it is that it's not super duper crunchy. I hate brow gels that make your eyes super duper crunchy. And this does have some hold, and you will feel it a bit, but it doesn't make them like obsessed. Like, oh my gosh, like if I put Gorilla Glue all up on my eyebrows, but not like in a good way. But yeah. For cleaning up my brows, I'll be using this Essence concealer. This Essence concealer is not my favorite. I don't really like it, but since I have it, I actually like to use it for underneath my brows just to get some use out of it. That is literally my 4-step eyebrow routine. It is not complicated at all. It still looks very, very good. I just love it. If you guys... I need to buy a new brow pin because my brow pin that I was using had run out. So that's why I went back to my original brow routine. And although this is still good, my brow pin routine eats it up. Yeah, and that brow pin I use is also from LA Girl. Now going in with my bronzer, I'm just going to be bronzing up my face because the Morphe 2 quad palette doesn't come with a bronzer. And I'm actually using something a little bit different. I'm using a flat top angled brush to apply my bronzer, and this is a Prada product. Normally with these brushes you use something along the liquid side, but I wanted to try to see how this would work today, and holy cow, a new fave. Everything just looks so flawless. My face was down packed so flawless today. It was insane. Taking that same bronzer palette, and I'm going to be bronzing my nails. If there is a face palette that I can absolutely recommend to absolutely everybody, it will definitely be this bronzer palette because it's so universal. I love bronzers, and although I do still like buying single bronzers, I feel like you need multiple shades for your whole face. Like, I don't use the same bronzer that I use. I mean, you definitely could. Some very monochromatic looks, you definitely could. But I do love the definition between using something a tad bit lighter, adding definition with this little bit of a darker bronzer, and this and that. But I'll be using this bronzer for my whole face. So for my cheekbones, this bronzer palette. For my nose, this bronzer palette. For my eyes, this bronzer palette. The Quad Goals palette by Morphe doesn't really come with a lot of definition shades, but it's very nice if you're looking for something that's on the go, or if you're the type of person who doesn't really care for definition. But yeah, so I'll be using the first glittery shade. I'll be packing that onto my lid, and I'll also be applying that onto the bridge of my nose as well. So this pink shade is actually the last shade in the palette, and I tried to apply that over my lips, and it says that it's like a universal type of product. I think you're supposed to use it on your face or whatever. Applied it over my lips because it looked pretty, and it really didn't do much. So yeah, it just says pH color, which I'm not really understanding, but I guess. I'm also going to be using that same shimmery shade that I applied all over my lid, and I'm going to be packing that into my inner corner. Again, the Morphe 2 palette did not come with many definition shades, so I will be using this dark brown. You could simply use a dark brown eyeliner. You could use your brow product that you used. You could use also, if you have another darker bronzer in your collection, you could use that. For me, I just seen this and I was like, I'm gonna use it. But yeah, there's so many other alternatives. I did try to condense the amount of products I was using in today's video and use a lot of multi-purpose type of products, but to be honest, if I'm gonna sit down and do my makeup these days, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna use everything I own, if at all possible. Yeah. Maybe if I did have a minimalist makeup, I would try and make sure that I used a small amount, not a small amount, but I know you guys get what I mean, but whatever. To make my eyes pop even more, I'm using this nude eyeliner into my waterline. Absolutely love these eyeliners from Essence. They're literally the best. So for lashes, we're going to be using my brand. This is a lash style Kimmie. It's just a very spiky, almost anime set, but it's not long at all, which I absolutely love. This lash set is just so good. I actually want to stack them on top of another pair that I own. That is also from my brand. There's this pair of lashes called 90s Baby. It's very curly set, but it's very small and short. I can just imagine those 90 babies double stacked with these. It's gonna eat so good. I need to do that combination and you guys will see it maybe next time. But yeah, so for today's style is in the shade Kimmie. For my mascara, I'll be using this AOA Studio Lengthening Mascara. Not my favorite at all. It's very dry, which is actually a pretty good thing. But while my lash glue dries on my strips, I will be applying my blush, and I'll be using the blush in the Morphe palette. And first of all, I am a blush lover, but I love matte blushes, and I'm not the biggest glowy blushes girl, but when I tell you, this blush makes this whole palette worth it, to be completely honest. If I could find this blush single by itself, I'm going to buy it. It is so gorgeous. It gives the most gorgeous glow. I need to buy shimmery blushes now. Like, I can't even. It looks so good. Tell me what you guys think. Am I tripping, or does this blush not look delicious? I absolutely love this blush. But yeah, now I'm just gonna be applying my lashes with Duo lash adhesive and also with my tweezers. You can find all of these lash products on my website at kmalashes.net.
Try my obsession, run for numbers, erased all our texts.
You guys, these lashes are so good. I absolutely love them. They look very natural. They look so gorgeous. But if you do want to try and look for my other dramatic styles, you can. But if you do want this short style, you just want it fuller, this with 90s baby stacked, so good. So for lip liner, I will be using this LA Girl lip liner, and this is in gingerbread, I believe. These lip liners are so incredible. I used to be a really big fan of NYX and Morphe lip liners, and although I do still love Morphe lip liners, something's a little bit different, and these are just so creamy. It's so good. Now for my lip combination, I will be using the lip product that is in the Quad Goals palette, and this is actually very pretty. It was a very everyday type of shade. I actually absolutely loved it, and I did pop a little bit of that peach whatever cream product is inside that Quad Goals palette, and I popped it in the center of my lips, and it came out super duper good, you guys. Absolutely love this look. This is a very simple, easy look. I'm so glad you guys have enjoyed it. Don't forget to like this video, comment down below what makeup videos you guys would like to see next, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a beautiful, blessed day, and yeah, bye.